In this video, we see how a Framework 360 environment is structured. Let's remember that an environment fundamentally corresponds to an account if we want to simplify it a bit. However, it is still an environment because multiple accounts can be registered within it. Let's see it a bit like a digital company, an online company, where multiple employees and collaborators access. There are more spaces, more departments in which to work and share information. In this case, we start with the summary. We can see here that this is commonly called a dashboard. The dashboard in practice is a summary, as the section is called, of all the data that has been recorded by the software. And they are organized to be understandable at a glance. Consequently, an operator registered on the environment, on a framework environment, can understand the progress of their activity at a glance. Let's continue with the overview, looking at the site and users. In this section, it will be possible to manage translations concerning the site. Users and permissions. There is the possibility to create users for your collaborators or employees and to create their roles. And also to define a menu on the left, which they will see possibly limited to have fewer privileges on confidential data. We can see that there are redirects. Redirects are very important when transferring websites because, for example, if a website has a page called About Us, and on the new site on Framework 360, a page called About Dash is created, we are, without doing a 301 redirect, which is a notice of permanent transfer in the eyes of search engines, Google will continue to direct people to the old page. As a result, anyone who goes through that link would see a 404 page. Let's move on. Here you can see the clients. There is the possibility to enter all the records of your clients. And you can also import through a CSV all the records grouped in your business. Moving on, we can see the content section. This section is very important because it allows you to fully manage the website. In the pages, for example, it will be possible to manage the home page. As we can see, this is the home page of the site whose environment we are managing. And here it is possible to manage it, as we can see, by hovering over and clicking. A very convenient visual builder will open, which will change the content display in real time. Let's move on. Here you can clearly create global blocks. Global blocks are essentially those blocks of the visual builder, the content we have seen appear on the pages, but which are repeated globally. If, for example, I need a header, obviously, to be repeated on all pages, I can create a global block called header, which gives me the possibility to create it entirely in a customized way, so nothing static. And then by selecting the header type, I will make it repeat on all pages. Moving forward, you can indeed see the menu. The menu would indeed be the classic link menu for site pagination. Forms which are very important when you want to create a module to leave your data to be contacted back. There are galleries, which are photo or video galleries. Sliders, which are those carousels of photos or videos that you find on many sites when they are opened. Moving forward, we clearly see that here the blog needs to be activated through a plugin. So under customization, which we will also see later with questionnaires, always a plugin. Every plugin that is activated under the plugin section will be available in the sidebar, and a section called plugin preferences will be created to manage its settings. Natively, however, we will see content and subsequently right after the sales module. In the sales module, all the sales that are made on the site appear. In this case, we neither have an e-commerce nor a physical store selling physical products. Consequently, there are no sales. But for a store that sells, for example, garden items, it might be useful to click Add and in the cart, select your products, set a price. And there is also the possibility to create a non-fiscal receipt, a quote, and by enabling invoicing also, invoices and fiscal receipts for fiscal receipts. Framework 360 integrates with various physical printers, such as the RTH print, which is precisely this one. You've probably seen it in many stores. Moving forward, we see that there is the web tracking module. The web tracking module is one of the highlights of Framework 360 because it allows, in addition to clearly inserting all third-party tracking pixels. This would include analytics, the Facebook pixel. To track conversions, it allows you to track conversions in an extremely simple and visual way. You can indeed track calls, clicks on any button, emails, form submissions, and everything is managed in the section below. Let's move on. The notifications module. The notifications module allows you to send automatic notifications to everyone who registers, for example, on the site. Let's move on. The marketing module. The marketing module allows you to create campaigns, as we can see, either standard or automated. Standard campaigns allow you to send mass emails, SMS, messages on Telegram, messages on all channels that essentially allow for mass messaging, while automation allows you to create automated processes that personalize the marketing process for the visitor to your website. Moving forward, we can find the module messages that allow you to read all the emails and messages that have arrived from different channels, as we mentioned before, email, Telegram, Messenger, and many other channels that will come in the future will all be centralized in this module and will be available for reading and responding. I can respond directly to this user who has written a message from the Framework 360 panel, from the Messages panel. Moving forward, under customization, we find the global theme preferences. Basically, we can select what type of buttons we want to appear on the website globally. We can select the emails that are available, meaning the emails that arrive as notifications. Under themes, we will be able to simply select the available themes, changing our website. To make it different, more appealing, many themes will become increasingly available. Nice. Therefore, there will be a wide selection. Themes can also be imported or exported in JSON format, so it will be very simple, and the file will be very lightweight. It will no longer be the classic PHP, HTML, CSS, but they will be much lighter. There are many plugins. Basically, plugins are used to expand the functionalities of your environment. Moving on, then there are the settings. The classic settings are the configuration settings of your environment that we have already selected during the creation phase. And then we will be able to modify the logo. We will be able to modify the global SEO of our website. For example, if we want to generate a sitemap, automatically send updates to the search engine. To allow Google Spider to visit the site and index new pages. In short, we have many settings to completely manage our environment. And finally, there is the integration section. The integration section allows you to integrate your environment on Framework 360 with other platforms. For example, if we have another website made in WordPress, we can use various features of Framework 360, including in the footer of the WordPress website. This JavaScript code will allow you to send data and manage certain features directly from the framework's back office. There are third-party integrations. This is very important because it allows the integration of your Framework 360 environment with Google, for example, with Google ADS. In this case, with Facebook ads, various features like integrating Facebook's lead form for lead generation. Every contact that leaves their data on Facebook is automatically synchronized within Framework 360. There is integration with Shopify. There is integration with Amazon with the ability to import orders, export the product feed, and do much more. Moving on, we also find the developer section. Here it becomes, let's say, increasingly technical. Basically, these are the Framework 360 APIs that allow you to generate a key and then create custom software on your own server and connect it to Framework 360 via API.